heated to 105 degrees, and yeah, it gets pretty hot. And it's also really high humidity. I think it's like 50%, 60%. So it's really hot, you sweat a lot. Each class is 90 minutes long. So no matter where you go in the world, whether you practice Bikram in Japan or Germany or the United States, it's gonna be the same. I started off with Bikram, that was kind of like the first hot yoga I'd ever heard about. And it sounded really appealing to me just because I like things that are like our challenge. A lot of people say it's like the hardest hot yoga because of how long it is. It's a really long class. So I did that for a long time. I did that on and off for maybe half a year or so. I never really had a membership with Bikram. I just always did Groupons, or I did like an in-house deal. A lot of Bikram studios and a lot of other studios in general will offer like specials once in a while, so you guys should just really look around, shop around. I would definitely shop around because it's a very big financial commitment. I did that for a while, and then I don't know, I just never really connected with any of my teachers. You know, I think it's the style of teaching, and I still love Bikram. I just think, like, just like how I don't like regular yoga, I think everyone kind of has their own choice. And I still really love hot yoga, but especially because I traveled so much, I didn't want to commit to a Bikram membership just because since they're all a franchise, if you buy a membership one place, you're not going to be able to use your classes at another Bikram place. Bikram is very strict. You can't take water breaks when you want. You have to take them, you know, when the teacher lets you. You can't leave the room, so you best lay down if you are having a hard time breathing. And so, you know, I didn't really have a problem with the physical aspect. I just really didn't like any of the Bikram teachers I ever met, which was a really big thing for me. I really like to have like some kind of connection with the teacher, or else I have a really hard time enjoying class. And so I never like committed to that. So fast forward, I graduated, started working, and more money, and so I was like, oh, okay, maybe I will finally be able to like settle down a little bit and like get a hot yoga membership. So I started going to different classes like all around SoCal, and I finally found classes with teachers I really liked. So now I don't really do Bikram style yoga anymore. I still do classes that are really hot. I like classes that are like 105 degrees. That's definitely my favorite. Even if it's like 100 degrees, I think it's too cold. It really depends. Some studios still offer classes that are that hot. Other studios usually max out at about 100 degrees. That's usually like the hottest they do. And I still like Bikram style yoga. Like most hot yoga places will have some kind of Bikram knockoff, if not multiple Bikram knockoff classes. And I'm more slow, more moving. I still don't really like flowy stuff where you are moving around a lot. I like stuff where you kind of concentrate on yourself. And I really like the high heat just because it lets me kind of like focus on myself. And it's really nice just because, you know, you have such like a busy life and you're worried about other people, you're worried about your job, school, whatever it is that you're worrying about. And it really forces you just to chill out and just to concentrate on yourself. And then I also like how most other yoga studios have different classes too. So if I don't feel like taking, you know, a really hot class that day, I can do a lighter class, I can do a weighted class, you know, there's a lot more variety. So pros and cons of hot yoga. Pros, your skin will look friggin' amazing. I really don't use a lot of skincare stuff now. I have like one pump of foundation on, but I really think it makes your skin look amazing, your pores look great. Any kind of discoloration you have, I feel like it really helps lighten that, and you're probably not going to notice it right away, but within like a month of having a consistent practice, I think that you'll see that your skin just looks amazing. And you'll notice this too, like really committed yogis, they just have great skin. I really think it's just the heat. It's the heat letting your body like sweat out all the stuff that usually clogs it. It really makes your skin look great, but I think it's really important to shower after. You're going to want to shower after because you're going to look disgusting, so you're going to want to shower. Another reason why I love hot yoga is because it makes you have really lean muscles. So I am someone who builds muscle in a very thick and knotty way. And so when I do weights, when I work out, I get thick muscle. I don't really like how it looks. You know, I do like the look of leaner leg muscle, especially because my leg muscle is so thick. And so yoga has really helped me with that. And same thing with Pilates. Pilates will do the same thing. This isn't just limited to hot yoga. Any kind of yoga really helps you stretch out your muscle, lean it out. Same thing with Pilates, like I said, because you're not really using any weights. You're just using your own body and pulling the muscle all the time, so it helps like lengthen your muscle, lean it out, and it's a good way to build strength without getting too thick. Also, of course, it's really therapeutic for me. You know, not only being able to give yourself some time and focus on yourself for once and just not let everyone else's noise bother you, but just too, I think it's made me a lot happier person. I think I'm a lot happier person now that I do yoga, which sounds really stupid because, you know, I'm usually not into that like you, me, hug a tree, feel goodness, because that's just not the kind of person I am. I'm probably a really pessimistic person, but I think it's really helped me with that. I think it's really helped me with YouTube, obviously, which can, you know, the internet in general can be a really negative place. There's a lot of criticism, there's a lot of mean people, and it's really helped me just care a lot less. Like, I don't really care that much anymore. And I just, like I said, I just think I'm a happier person, like less snappy, just all around much happier, more forgiving. I don't know. It's just, I think it's the teachers. I think it's really the teachers. I think you see them and you see like what good people there, especially the teachers that like I found. I don't know, I feel like it rubs off on you. You just can't help but kind of want to be like them. So cons, it's very expensive. So the cheapest yoga membership I've ever seen was probably around like the $100 range. Most hot yoga places are going to be like $135, $125, anywhere to $150, depending on where you are. I've noticed most of the New York ones are like $150. California, it usually tops off at $140, $135. Now a regular yoga studio is going to be a lot less because their costs aren't as high. You have to think a hot yoga studio heating those rooms to 105 all the time. It's very hot. It is very expensive, but a lot of them do have like a work for yoga program. So if it's not in your budget right now, you know, you could work for 3 hours a week. This is pretty much what I've seen across the board. 3 hours a week, and then you get unlimited yoga. It does get very expensive, and then you have to buy a mat and all these things. Usually you don't need a mat your first time though. Usually when you go your first time, they'll let you rent a mat, but I would probably take advantage of that just because you may not like it. You know? So the time is another con, I guess, just because, you know, everyone has really busy schedules, whether it's class, you know, there may not be classes or the class that you necessarily like around the same time. And also, it's not like the gym. It's not like a gym where you can go in, if you want a 30-minute workout, you can blast it out and leave. Yoga, you have to stay the whole class. It's considered really rude if you leave. I mean, this is the same thing with any kind of like structured class. It's really rude if you leave, so you don't want to leave. Also, my last con is that it makes your nails chip really badly. I know that's like a stupid thing, but that's something I've noticed. So what to expect, you're going to not want to eat a lot beforehand. Preferably at least 1 hour, if not 2 hours if you had a heavy meal before. You want to go in with a fairly empty stomach, or else you're going to feel sick and you're going to probably want to yak. And then also put in like cold water into these double insulated cups. So you can get these at, I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond. You can also get these at Marshall's. Marshall's has a lot of really cute ones. And it keeps your water really cold throughout class, whether you have Bikram class, or they have a hot yoga class that's like an hour or an hour 15 minutes long. It'll keep your water really cold. So I would recommend getting one of these because I think it's like a lifesaver. When you're so hot, you feel like a wet, soggy noodle. Then it's really nice to have like cold water to zip on. Also make sure you go in early, probably like 10 minutes before your first class, 15 minutes before your first class. And also be really well hydrated. That's really important. I usually drink like 2 liters of water a day. If you are not well hydrated, you are going to be miserable. And I mean like freaking miserable. You're going to feel like you're dying. But then if you're hydrated, then it's just like challenging but in a fun way. Oh, and 2 more things. So the first thing is a lot of people say what to wear. Most guys will just be like shirtless with board shorts or like little yogi shorts. And most girls, they're gonna wear a sports bra or a sports tank on top, and then on the bottom you can wear anything, shorts, crops. I would really stay away from pants because you're just gonna get so hot. I prefer to wear like smaller shorts and a tank top, but there are a lot of girls that just wear sports bra, and that's fine. You can absolutely do that if you want. As far as weight loss goes, a lot of people ask me, is hot yoga gonna make me lose weight? So I think for the people that I see the most improvement on are people who are already naturally pretty small and slender. They only need to lose like 5 pounds to get like their perfect quote-unquote body. And so for those people, you know, I think yoga really helps them just because they only are cutting a little bit of fat. They just want to tone up their muscle. But for most people, I don't think it's going to be as effective as going to the gym is. For me, going to yoga is more of like my supplement to the gym. It's still athletic, but I still don't think it's like the same as going to the gym. Unless when I go 2 classes back to back, there are days I'll do 2 classes back to back. And those days I feel super tired after. But you know, after 1 class, I'm usually pretty okay, but pretty tired. And so I think it really depends. Now, I think the reason why a lot of people do lose weight when they start yoga is because they become really mindful of what they put in their body, and it's not necessarily because of the yoga, it's because they're eating healthier. And honestly, if you were to choose one or the other, eating healthy, working out, you would lose more weight just eating healthier. So I think a lot of people are not going to get crazy results from yoga, but it could be something, you know, just get your foot in the door into fitness. And for some people, it has helped them lose a lot of weight, you know, 30 or 40 pounds, but those are definitely kind of like an anomaly. It's not a really common thing from what I've seen. It definitely helps speed up your metabolism a little bit. It definitely helps lean out your muscle, helps you lose a little bit of weight. Also, if I were to give you any other tips, it would be try out a few classes before you make up your mind if you don't like it, because like I said, I didn't like it when I first tried it, but I still wanted to keep trying it. And then also be prepared to sweat from like every place on your body. Places you didn't even know you had sweat glands. Like I remember I was looking at my shin or something, and like the inside of my elbow just watching like sweat drip off it. It's so gross. You'll be like upside down and there's sweat like going into your eyes. You're like, ah, this is so annoying. But you will sweat a lot, so just be prepared. So well hydrated, sleep, bring water. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know. Also know that a lot of hot yoga studios do have some kind of like either discounted first week or they have like a free first week. You could try so many studios with Groupons. Most studios participate in like Groupons, living social deals, because it is really expensive. So basically they're just trying to like sucker you into there and make you like them a lot, and then you'll hopefully buy a membership or classes. But a membership is really only worth it if you go more than once a week. If you don't go more than once a week, then a membership isn't really worth it. And then you can usually buy like class packs for around $15 a class or so. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys try out hot yoga one day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.